Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Bioscience Association Manitoba's 2021 Awards Gala. My name is Kim Klein. I'm the president of BAM, and I'm thrilled to be your host for this event, albeit in a very different way than we've done in the past. I would like to begin by acknowledging that we are on Treaty 1 territory, the traditional lands of the Anishinaabe, Ininu, Oji-Cree, Dene, and Dakota, and the birthplace of the Métis Nation and the heart of the Métis Nation homeland. I'm looking forward to celebrating our award winners, but first, I would also like to acknowledge our special guests. The Honorable Ralph Eichler, Minister of Economic Development and Training, who will bring greetings shortly, and Heather Stephenson, Minister of Health and Seniors Care. Welcome. We are thrilled that you are able to join us. Also with us here today is Tracy Mcconaughey, Deputy Minister of Economic Development and Training, and someone who needs no introduction to this audience. I will have a little bit more to say about Tracy later on in the program. I would also like to thank BAM members who have joined us here today. We are honored to represent each and every one of your organizations and our incredible bioscience community. Some of our members sent treats that were included in your gift boxes for our guests here today. Thank you for your generosity. And those of you who received our amazing gift boxes, pull out those tiaras and bow ties and let's have a ball. Our member companies belong to one, often more than one, of three sectors: health biotech, agricultural biotech, and clean biotech. Within each sector, our members continue to find new and innovative ways to create solutions and contribute towards the sustainable economic growth of our province. At BAM, we are proud to be the hub and the advocate for the innovators, entrepreneurs, and established companies that are part of our growing bioscience industry. And we are deeply appreciative of the continued support of our wonderful members. I'd also like to acknowledge and thank our sponsors. Novartis, our platinum sponsor, our gold sponsors, Innovative Medicines Canada, Bosch Health, and Research Manitoba, and our silver sponsors, Pfizer and Roche. Your generosity helped bring us together here today, and even though we can't gather in person, it is important that we take some time to celebrate our achievements of the past year. Finally, I'd like to also thank our board of directors for their hard work, energy, and commitment to BAM. It has been quite the year for all of us as we've navigated the new realities of COVID-19. If there's one thing the pandemic has underscored, it's the importance of science, research, and innovation. And we've seen our biohealth companies at the forefront of our efforts to tackle the challenges created by the pandemic. While human health is naturally on the top of all of our minds, our ag biotech and clean biotech sectors are also hard at work developing new products and supply chains that address our community's needs. Ours is an industry that works towards solutions, and this will definitely be on display as we announce and celebrate our 2021 award winners. To kick things off, I would like to introduce Minister Eichler to bring greetings from the province of Manitoba. Minister Eichler was appointed to Economic Development and Training in October of 2019, and in January of 2021, the department was renamed Economic Development and Jobs. He was first elected in 2003 as the representative for Lakeside. Prior to entering politics, the minister was a purebred cattle producer and the former owner-operator of Prairie Farm and Ranch Supply, and currently owns Ray's Auction Service. Aside from agriculture, he's had lengthy careers in manufacturing, business, finance, and education. Since 2016, Manitoba has experienced over $2 billion of expanded value-added private investment. In his portfolio, he will continue to lead a Team Manitoba approach to build on this progress and attract private sector investment, enhance tourism, boost trade, enable relationships, and champion opportunities to grow the economy and move Manitoba forward. Ladies and gentlemen, Minister Ralph Eichler.
Good afternoon. I'm honored to be part of this year's Bioscience Association Manitoba Awards Gala. Acknowledging excellence in the bioscience sector in Manitoba, I wish to thank Interim President Kim Klein, Board Chair James Shellenberg, and the rest of the Board of Directors of the Bioscience Association of Manitoba for this opportunity to bring greetings on behalf of the Government of Manitoba. The virtual experience is an opportunity for our local entrepreneurs and business leaders in the bioscience sector to come together to celebrate their achievements in the incredible world-class research and development undertaken in the bioscience here in Manitoba. It is also a chance for all of us to pause and recognize the critical role that bioscience sector plays within our province and across the country. In fact, as we weather the global COVID-19 pandemic, I can think of no better time to honor the incredible contributions of this sector. Bioscience is one of the most rapid and changing and growing fields worldwide. We depend on this sector's advances to provide us with sustainable energy to cure and prevent our ailments, and to feed our growing populations, and to reduce negative impacts on the environment. The Manitoba bioscience sector is a high value added industry that employs over 14,000 individuals in the province and directly contributes to $7.5 billion annually to the province's GDP. I want to thank Kim and her team at Bioscience Association Manitoba for organizing this event to acknowledge not only the successes of the industry, but to remind us to continue to focus our efforts on developing the next generation and innovative solutions. In closing, I'd like to extend congratulations to all the award recipients. Your dedication to driving economic recovery and growth through commercialization and innovative solutions is fueling the bioscience sector in this province. Thank you, and thank you for joining us.
We appreciate the Minister's support for our industry and for taking the time to bring greetings. We look forward to continuing our strong partnership with the province of Manitoba, and it helps that we have so many allies that we can count on. One of those allies is our past president, Tracy Mcconaughey. Tracy worked tirelessly on behalf of the bioscience community for the past 10 years before becoming the Deputy Minister last year. I want to take a moment to thank Tracy for all she has done to grow our industry and elevate our profile within Manitoba and also nationally and internationally. Tracy's contributions have left us well positioned for continued success, and I firmly believe ours will be the sector that leads the economic recovery here in Manitoba. It is fantastic to be able to continue working with someone who understands our industry and how important we are to the Manitoba economy. We are very fortunate to have you in our corner. As you all know, leadership is very important, and BAM is very fortunate to have such talented, experienced, and diverse board of directors, many of you who are here with us today. To bring greetings on behalf of the board is our chair, James Shellenberg, CEO of Cubresa. James?
Hi, everyone. It's my pleasure as board chair for Bioscience Association of Manitoba to welcome you to tonight's event. We're at the close of an unusual 12 months. Due to coronavirus, both our habits of life and our habits of work have been really restricted and changed, and the challenges that come with that have been addressed by BAM and its member companies. The member companies have been involved in vaccine development and therapy. Personal protection equipment has been developed by our companies, research equipment, and other activities and products have been addressed by our companies into this coronavirus pandemic. And of course, BAM itself has been used by the government and by our member companies as a information clearinghouse and a information gathering place. And so I say thank you to all that have been involved in this, and thank you to all of us and continued good work in that area. I would also like to introduce our board. this year, and it will be a virtual wave as I say your name, and we thank them all for their activities. The board is Patrick Crampton from Cerebral Health, Derek Cumming from Fillmore Riley, Kelly Fitzpatrick from NutriScience Solutions, Karen DeBroni and Associates, Jason Liebert, Solno, Mavis McRae at Red River College, Virgil Kane, Tactica Interactive, Nicole Groner from NNP, Melanie Hebert, Emergent Biosolutions, Philip Portelance, The Winning Combination, Ruben Saba, Medicure, Christina Kaczynski, University of Manitoba, Dagmara Head, Manitoba Government, and Carol Finley, Manitoba Government. So we thank all of you for your contributions this year and your good work, and we look forward to working with you this year. And also then our congratulations and thank you to our new president, Kim Klein, for taking on this role, and we wish her the best of success. And of course, we thank all of you for being here and wish you the best of success in this coming year. Thank you, welcome, and best wishes for this evening.
Thank you, James. Your support and guidance and that of the entire board has certainly been invaluable to me as I've transitioned to this new wonderful role. One of the other factors that has made my transition easier is the strength of our amazing bioscience industry. We continue to grow, and we now have more than 700 companies and organizations generating $10.4 billion in total sales annually and employing more than 16,000 people. Our bioscience labor force is the largest on the prairies and has seen steady growth over the past 5 years. Our sector contributes $8.3 billion to Manitoba's GDP, directly, indirectly, and induced, according to our most recent industry survey. That's an increase of over 10% from 2017. It is the strength that will help ensure our industry that continues to prosper. And even though this past year has brought many new operational challenges and generated uncertainty in our community, it was also a year of tremendous achievement. And we're going to celebrate some of those achievements in our awards ceremony here tonight. Our first award is for Most Promising Bioscience Student. And here to present the award is Kim King, Director of Health Policy and Patient Access in Western Canada for Novartis.
Hello, my name is Kim King, and I am the Director of Health Policy and Patient Access for Western Canada for Novartis Pharmaceuticals. Novartis has been a proud supporter and member of BAM since its inception, and we are pleased to be tonight's platinum sponsor. At Novartis, we invest in science and innovation to address society's biggest health challenges. In 2020 alone, Novartis invested $45 million in research and development in Canada and enrolled over 7,000 patients in clinical trials. At the last Gala, I spoke about what a remarkable time we are in with the advent of cell and gene therapies and other breakthrough innovations. Who knew then that we would now be in the midst of a pandemic? Today, those same breakthrough technologies are quickly advancing COVID-19 vaccines and treatment development. Novartis and BAM share a vision to act as a catalyst for innovation and to support Manitoba's life sciences sector. Thanks to connections and conversations facilitated by BAM, we have partnership discussions underway with Mindset and the Chronic Disease Innovation Center. We are excited to invest in Manitoba and help utilize the high-quality data sets to support evidence-based decisions in healthcare. Today is a day to not only recognize the amazing achievements of the life sciences industry in Manitoba, but also the remarkable team at BAM whose tireless efforts raise the profile of the bioscience industry, remove barriers to success, and forge partnerships. Cheers to Kim and her team, and here's to hopefully celebrating together in 2022. This award recognizes an individual from a post-secondary institution who has demonstrated potential to pursue a career in bioscience. The student may come from any discipline and will be selected based on aptitude, academic success, and involvement in the Manitoban bioscience community. Nominees must have the following attributes to qualify: significant scholastic accomplishments demonstrated in cumulative GPA, awards received, presentations, conferences attended, future career plans in the sector, and a high level of community engagement. Please join me in celebrating our winner of the Most Promising Bioscience Student Award, Ahmed Elwali. Ahmed Elwali has just completed his PhD in biomedical engineering at the University of Manitoba under the mentorship of Zahra Musavi. He authored many publications over the course of his degree. He is currently working on developing technologies to screen for obstructive sleep apnea during wakefulness and COVID-19. He has also earned a certificate in higher education training from the University of Manitoba. Ahmed is very engaged in the community, mentoring high school students in science, judging at the Manitoba Science Symposium, participating in student politics, teaching language skills, and volunteering at cultural events. Ahmed has already invented 3 devices and has filed a patent for one of them. He has established a startup called X Bioanalysis Inc. X Bioanalysis fabricates biomedical devices and develops algorithms that help the healthcare system diagnose certain disorders. Ahmed plans to continue his career in research. Currently, Ahmed hopes to develop new techniques to help better understand human respiratory system problems and to treat and cure some of its disorders and diseases. Congratulations, Ahmed.
I am Ahmed Elwali. I am a postdoctor at the University of Manitoba in the biomedical engineering program. I work with Dr. Zahra Musavi on a few projects. The main project is obstructive sleep apnea, which basically is screening obstructive sleep apnea during wakefulness, as well as modeling the upper airway structure, and 2 COVID projects.
What Ahmed did for the first time with high accuracy is to predict obstructive sleep apnea when the patients are awake.
Please take a breath in and hold it.
Right now, I've done a prototype, like a PC, working prototype, so that you just you answer some questions, put the microphone when you super still a notch, do the breathing, just follow the steps inside the software, and you finish within 1 minute. It analyzes you, tells you what you have.
The fact is, not only he worked on his project, but also he was always involved and bringing up new ideas too. Ahmed is extremely creative, and that is the one that made me to nominate him for this award.
I am kind of a person that work most of the time. Unfortunately for my wife and my family, okay, I work most of the time. I would say I'm a multitasker, that I can work on different projects at the same time, as well as like volunteering. I have volunteered in many places.
Another good feature I can say about Ahmed is that I was saying that he always worked way beyond his research project. He was interested in teaching. So he attended a workshop to teach and then asked me to mentor him on how to make his teaching better. He always welcomed criticisms quite well.
I think I have to participate in the committee itself, because we have like a big, like a lot of gaps to fulfill, and a lot of room so that we can contribute.
I'm Ahmed Elwali, a postdoctor at the Biomedical Engineering program at University of Manitoba. First, I would like to thank Bioscience Manitoba Association for awarding me the Most Promising Student of the Year. I really appreciate this award as it pushed me forward to more advancement and improvement in my life. I joined the Biomedical Engineering program 5 years ago. I was always fascinated by how the body works and all kind of the mechanism that happens inside the body. And what my background was in engineering, and I was like thinking and wondering how could we get the engineering inside the human body to provide some products or innovations that can diagnose or treat the body problems. Then I started to work with Dr. Zahra Musavi, which is, I thank her for nominating me for this award. I started to work on screening obstructive sleep apnea during wakefulness using breathing sounds analysis, which right now, instead of going to the sleep lab, or like try going to the sleep lab, we do the screening so that we know whether you need to go, really need to go, or you are not, like, this is not your disease, or this is not the disorder that you have, and you might need to go to like check for something else other than obstructive sleep apnea. Also, we are working on screening COVID-19 in a short time so that we can facilitate the lockdown that we have currently. And we investigating the consequences of the COVID-19 on patients that suffered from COVID-19 at a certain time. And because I always think that researchers should go forward with their research to the market, and they are the most passionate about their projects, I started my own startup, which called X Bioanalysis, to take my work forward to the market. So I am working on developing the obstructive sleep apnea screening tool, as well as we have different other projects. I believe that the tech innovations has been developed, well developed, like in different fields, but still need more improvement in the medical field. So I encourage all the investors and the government to fund more projects in the medical field so that we can push it faster to the people, so that we can provide them with faster diagnosing tools as well as treatment tools so that we make them healthier and happier for their life. I thank Dr. Zahra Musavi again for nominating me for this award. I thank my family and my friends for supporting me for the whole journey. And I thank, lastly, again, Bioscience Manitoba Association for awarding me this award. And thank you so much for this.
Thank you, Kim, and congratulations, Ahmed, on your award. It is contributions like yours that help elevate our industry, and it's exciting to see new faces join our community. You clearly have a passion for your work, and I wish you the best in your future endeavors. One of our goals as an organization is to support workforce development in our industry, and we do so by providing resources that focus on enhancing skills and training for our member companies. This past year, we also partnered with BioTalent Canada to promote wage subsidies and post-secondary student placements that are a significant benefit to our members. In fact, member companies took advantage of wage subsidy programs and placed 58 students in 2020. Wow. We want to make sure our members have access to resources and programs that help them develop the talent needed to grow their business and ultimately lead to successful commercialization. These resources can also help our companies navigate these uncertain times, which is a great lead into our next segment, the very first of 4 networking sessions. The format that we're using here today is called AirMeet. It allows us to do some virtual networking. I invite you to pick any table to visit. You don't have to stay at any one particular table. You can kind of hop around, you can cruise around and find some other people to chat with. There are tables of 2, 4, and 6. Our sponsor tables invite you to join them for a quick visit. So let's break from our formal program for our networking session to discuss the workforce issues that we're facing here today. I ask you to take about 10 minutes for this networking session, and then we'll bring you back and we'll resume our awards ceremony. See you shortly.
Good evening. I'm so pleased to be here connecting with you at the BAM Gala. I have the privilege of presenting our next award. The Outstanding Bioscience Educator of the Year Award recognizes a person who embodies lifelong learning in the sciences. This individual demonstrates excellence, leadership, and innovation inside and outside the classroom. This year, we are recognizing Jenna Forslyn with this honor. Jenna is a science and math teacher at Elmwood High School's flexible learning program that focuses on collaborative project-based learning. She is passionate about science and has initiated a number of programs in her school, including teaching students to code. Jenna has a master's degree in education for sustainable development with a focus on culturally relevant teaching practices in the science curriculum. She encourages students to produce dynamic research projects for the school's EduFair Science Fair and has guided one pair of students to compete at the Canada-wide Science Fair. With Jenna's leadership, her students have taken advantage of opportunities to learn at the International Institute of Sustainable Development's Experimental Lake Area, on board the Coast Guard's research ship, Ahmed, and at the Churchill Northern Research Centre. Most recently, Jenna was presented with the Prime Minister's Award for Teaching Excellence in STEM in the fall of 2020. For educating our future generations with her project-based learning and hands-on approach, it's no surprise that we are celebrating her contributions today. Please join me in welcoming Jenna Forslyn to accept the 2021 Outstanding Bioscience Educator of the Year Award.
My name is Jenna Forslyn. I'm a grade 7 to 12 teacher here at Elmwood High. I teach math, science, and environmental education course. This is the only school I've ever taught at. I began teaching grade 7 and 8. I spent a little time in the high school, and now I've been teaching grade 7 and 8 math and science in the flexible learning program for the last 5 years.
Her understanding of sciences and environmental science and working really hard to pass that on to younger people is phenomenal.
I've always been interested in the environment. But it wasn't until my trip up north in 2016 where I was able to visit communities in the Canadian Arctic that really drove an interest in bringing it to my classroom. The Schools on Board program is a really unique program in that it took teachers from across Canada and students from across Canada to travel up to Nunavut, where we boarded the research vessel the Amundsen. We traveled through the Northwest Passage, working alongside scientists on the ship, and were able to visit some of the northern communities, such as Pond Inlet. It was life-changing, life-changing. I wish every teacher could do it.
She's also taken kids up to the Churchill Northern Research Station and done some phenomenal work. They did some great polar bear work with combined with other schools with Kelvin and Nelson Mack, but our kids really enjoyed that experience. And they had the opportunity to speak at the ArcticNet conference in Halifax. Jenna was also a chairperson of the ArcticNet conference when we hosted it.
We've also started Envirothon, which is an environmental studies course for students to get credit in, but also to gain an interest in the environment.
She's done some pretty phenomenal things, really exciting kids about science and the environment and environmental awareness.
Ultimately, they're the ones that are going to be the change makers in our future. So for me to provide engaging opportunities and for them to practice, citizen science and democracy is really important. So that's what inspires me to keep going. I want I want to leave our future in capable hands. Good evening, everyone. I am honored to accept the Outstanding Bioscience Educator of the Year award and recognize that this achievement is shared with so many people that have impacted my career. I have to begin by thanking the hundreds of Elmwood students that I have had the opportunity to work with these past 8 years. It is their curiosity and patience that allow me to use them as guinea pigs every time I want to take a risk and try a new project in the classroom. To my administrator and nominator, Mr. Mike Babb, thank you for your unwavering support. Because of you, I have been able to participate in so many life-changing opportunities, such as traveling through the Northwest Passage to investigate Arctic science, or journeying up to Churchill with female students to collect data for polar bear research. These opportunities have allowed me to add a personal and real-life context to my science classroom. And to my fellow educators, I share this award with you. This year has been a true testament to the creativity and love educators have to create the best possible learning environment for their students. In my years of teaching, I have learned that engaging inner-city students in science is best taught when rooted in empathy, a reason to care. And so learning about ecosystems becomes an entry point for students to become citizen scientists by tagging monarch butterflies. The optic unit segues a discussion about light pollution and how it has impacted sky lore. Or learning about soil becomes a coding and gardening project for students to learn about sustainable agriculture. Science education needs to continue to evolve so that it is not just looked at from a different lens, but perhaps an altered retina. The reality is that our youth are responsible for our planet's fragile future, and using science as a vehicle for empowerment provides students with the global skills needed to be change makers. Just like change, teaching is a work in progress, and so my practice will continue to transform. As a female science teacher, my goal has and always will be to move education away from the traditional. Receiving this award is a humble reminder of what I've accomplished and motivation for what I hope to do in the coming years. Congratulations to all of the other nominees and award recipients. The hard work you are doing during this unprecedented time does not go unnoticed and is valuable to our community. Thank you again, and enjoy the rest of the night.
Thank you, Karen, and congratulations, Jenna, on your accomplishments. Jenna, it is so inspiring to see your commitment to your students and to science and the environment. We are very fortunate to have you working to excite the next generation of scientists, researchers, and entrepreneurs. Karen, I also want to congratulate you on your new role at Research Manitoba. I know I speak for everyone here today when I say that a strong and integrated partnership with research and education is critical to the success of our bioscience industry, and I look forward to our continued strong partnership. We are fortunate to have many members and partners who are involved in education here in Manitoba, and to have post-secondary institutions like the University of Manitoba and Red River College with dedicated programs that are helping us explore new frontiers in the areas of biohealth, ag biotech, and clean biotech. Which is why our next networking session is going to focus on post-secondary and the importance of our colleges and universities in supporting our industry. We're going to give you a little bit of a longer session. I encourage you to grab a drink, maybe put on your tiara, your bow tie, and have some great conversations. Enjoy, everyone, and the awards will resume in about 15 minutes' time. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for the robust discussions that I'm seeing take place throughout our event here today. I know many of you have great ideas, so please don't be shy of sharing them with any of us at BAM. We pride ourselves on being member-driven and appreciate your input and suggestions. There is no shortage of leadership in our community, and we will continue to take our advice from you, our members. Speaking of leadership, our next award is always a difficult one to choose because there's so many candidates. Here to present this year's award for Outstanding Leadership in Bioscience is Martin Barbeau, VP of Market Access and Government Affairs for Bosch Health Canada.
Hello everyone. It's a great pleasure to speak to you at the Bioscience Association Manitoba Gala. At the kind request of Kim Klein, the president of BAM, I'm very pleased to tell you about the Canadian operation of Bosch Health, a global pharmaceutical company. Bosch Health is focused on improving people's lives. With our healthcare products, we are delivering our commitments to patients. We are building an innovative company dedicated to advancing global health. Our Canadian headquarters are located in Laval, Quebec, where we also have a major manufacturing facility. But by far, the largest manufacturing operations are in Steinbach, in Manitoba, where we make important medicines for Canadians and to export globally. Because of our facility in Steinbach and the quality and expertise of its staff, we have the agility to be able to adapt, quickly ramping up the production, being able to overcome potential drug shortage, allowing Canadian patients to continue under treatment, which is extremely important for the Canadian team and our colleagues globally. Bosch Health continues to bring important new treatments to Canadians. This is something that we're extremely proud of. Du Aubry is just another example. This is a new topical agent for psoriasis. That's being reviewed as we speak by provincial drug plans, and this is something that we're extremely proud of because it is manufactured locally here in Canada, and we do produce it, not just for our country, but also for North America. Bosch Health is obviously very pleased to be a trusted healthcare partner of Manitoba, and we will continue to be here to help Manitobans now and into the future. Lastly, a special thank you to BAM. Thank you for the invitation. Thank you for putting such a great gala together. I would like to close with a special note to all the award recipients. This is extremely impressive. We're very proud to be part of this. We just want to say congratulations. Thank you very much.
Good evening. I am honored to be connecting with you today and have the privilege of presenting the next award. The Outstanding Leadership in Bioscience Award is meant to recognize a person who demonstrates exemplary vision and leadership in Manitoba's bioscience community in areas such as public awareness, scientific discovery, or commercial application. This year's award is being presented to Dr. Magdi Younis. It is clear from learning about his accomplishment why Dr. Younis is so deserving of this prestigious award. Dr. Younis has built an incredible career in the biosciences sector over the last 50 years, both as an academic and entrepreneur, with a focus on respiratory health and sleep diagnosis. He is a co-founder of Cerebral Health, a Winnipeg company which provides sleep care services using his advanced methods of sleep diagnosis, and is famously known for his invention, the original Winnipeg ventilator. Born in Egypt, Dr. Younis obtained his medical degree from Alexandria University in the ancient city of advanced knowledge. When he immigrated in Canada in 1964, he obtained his clinical training in internal medicine and respiratory medicine that was followed by a PhD in respiratory physiology, all at McGill University, here in my city of Montreal. Dr. Younis has held many academic appointments at McGill, University of Texas, and University of Manitoba, where he was head of respiratory medicine and director of the sleep laboratory. His research covered different aspects of respiratory medicine, critical care, and sleep medicine, and resulted in over 200 original peer-reviewed papers and book chapters. He retired from full-time academia in 2001 as Distinguished Professor Emeritus. But, like most people who have pursued knowledge their whole life, there was no real retirement. He has continued his research on new methods for evaluating sleep disorders and currently serves as the scientific founder of Cerebral Health. He also holds numerous patents, and among his inventions are the proportional assist ventilation and the odds ratio product, an accurate measure of sleep depth, and of course, the Winnipeg ventilator, which served as the basis for commercial ventilators during the 1990s and early 2000s, as well as during the 2003 SARS epidemic. In the fight against COVID-19, his invention led to the development of the Winnipeg Ventilator 2.0, that has notably received the green light from Health Canada for manufacturing, with an initial production run of 7,500 units and future plans of clinical trials at the Health Sciences Center. These are amazing accomplishments in a long and distinguished career. Therefore, it is my honor to ask you to join me in asking Dr. Magdi Younes to accept the 2021 Outstanding Leadership in Bioscience Award. Congratulations, Dr. Younes.
I am Magdi Younes. I used to be a professor at the University of Manitoba and retired about 20 years ago, and currently doing research full-time on trying to help people with sleep disorders.
Business is all built around his technology. We've been given a tremendous opportunity here to commercialize.
There is hardware and there is software. The hardware is developing a comprehensive sleep testing device.
So we can now do a sleep study, a complete sleep study in a patient's home without a technician ever visiting the patient.
So this is the little thing I developed.
Around here, we refer to him as a savant. He's very strong in clinical work, but I think his real contribution to the world is inventions. He made available to Canada a ventilator that he had developed 30 years ago and offered it with no expectation of return, and really gave it to us to say, if you can actually redesign this and get it done in time for it to be helpful for the pandemic, do it.
The original boxes that I developed were sitting in the basement for 30 years until the government of Canada decided to develop an emergency ventilator for COVID. This is what I like to do. I mean, people ask me, why are you doing this? It's just what I want to do. I'd rather sit down and crunch numbers than watch a movie or play golf or whatever. I mean, it's not like I have to do it. It's what I want to do.
He works so hard, he only does it for one reason, and that is to really improve the health of people.
My upbringing is that you have to do something to justify your existence. Life has been good to you. You've got to reciprocate, and that's what really inspires me, is just leaving a legacy and helping with what knowledge I have. Helping other people is really all I want. I am very grateful to the Bioscience Association of Manitoba for awarding me their 2021 Outstanding Leadership in Bioscience Award. Thank you, BAM, for choosing me and for all your work to promote and support Manitoba's bioscience sector. I've been in many places throughout my long life, but once I arrived in Manitoba in 1982, there was nowhere else I wanted to be. Manitoba has been very good to me, and I am determined to return the favor. I've been very fortunate and blessed to have many breakthroughs in my life that contributed to my perceived success. First, I was born with genes that make a person love and enjoy problem solving. Meccano was my favorite toy as a child. Second, I got the opportunity to immigrate to Canada in '64. This is the best country in the world where an immigrant feels at home the first day they arrive, and where opportunities abound for people like me to do the kind of work they want to do, which is doing research. The third opportunity is the generous financial support I received throughout my academic career from Canadian and also American granting agencies. Of particular note is the Canadian Medical Research Council, which is now called CIHR, and a program called the Network of Centers of Excellence, which allowed me to build functional, credible prototypes of the Winnipeg ventilator, which was, I could take to the intensive care unit and validate the method I proposed for controlling the ventilator, which is like power steering. In other words, the patient controls the ventilator to get exactly what he wants, as opposed to someone else controlling how he breathes. Finally, I've been blessed by having dozens of dedicated, intelligent research trainees, engineers, and technicians who really did the work. Thank you all, to all of them, for putting up with me, and in particular, Kim Webster, Michelle Ostrowski, the late Jerry Zarichta, John Kuhn, Dan Plews, and Brittany Gibson, who put up with me and played a great role in the successful commercialization of this technology. My hope now is to live long enough to get my current work on sleep to a level that can outlast me and make Manitoba the place that made many people around the world sleep better. In this respect, I would like to thank Cerebra Health, and in particular, its creator, Earl Gardner, for recognizing the value of my work very early on and taking all the chances he took with me. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Martin, and congratulations, Magdi. Your work in advancing research on sleep disorders is an important growing area of human health, and one that continues to get much deserved recognition. In fact, Starfish Medical's CEV Winnipeg ventilator design team just won gold in the Industrial and Life Science Design Medical Scientific Machinery category of 2020, International Design. The project was developed for the Canadian government in response to the COVID-19 pandemic as a multi-mode ICU ventilator that could save patients' lives, be manufactured locally in the shortest time possible, and not disrupt the supply chain for existing ventilators. And it is based on the pioneering work of Dr. Magdi Yunus. Magdi, we are grateful for your leadership and your many incredible contributions to our industry. When I reflect back on the past year, I'm amazed at the resilience that I see in every corner of our industry. This has been the most significant disruption of our lifetime, and we've rolled up our sleeves and gone to work to find solutions, quick solutions to a whole host of new issues and challenges. It hasn't been easy, but we are also a community that looks for the opportunities in difficult times, which is why we are so important to Manitoba's economy and future prosperity. So congratulations to all of you for what you've done, not only to survive, another as we continue to adapt to a very fluid situation. Again, let's take about 15 minutes for this next session, and we will resume with our final award. Enjoy. Hey everyone, welcome back. Hope you're enjoying yourselves. And now for the final award, Bioscience Company of the Year, which will be presented by Pamela Freilich, CEO of Innovative Medicines Canada.
Today, we are facing an unprecedented health crisis that doesn't come with easy answers. But discovering the first infant meningitis vaccine wasn't simple either. And identifying early onset Alzheimer's genes was no walk in the park. There are easier problems to tackle. Problems that don't take countless hours in countless labs. Collaborating across organizations and creating new partnerships with government, life sciences organizations, and educational institutions. Isolating thousands of compounds for potential new medicines. Not seeing the result of your work for years. Maybe a decade. Maybe longer. Easy is nice, but easy doesn't change the world. And when stakes are life and death, we reject easy. We choose the hard way instead. Entering uncharted territory in search of the next medicine, next treatment, next vaccine that will solve health issues that have been around a long time and working steadfast on the urgent crises of today that require immediate action to bring relief and make life better for Canadians. There's no guarantee of success, just hope and a lot of hard work. Because the only thing harder than the hard way is not doing anything.
Good evening, everyone. Bonsoir à tous et à toutes. I'm Pamela Freilich, President of Innovative Medicines Canada. IMC represents 45 companies that discover, develop, and deliver innovative diagnostics, medicines, and vaccines. I am honored to be here with you and have the privilege of presenting our next and last award that recognizes Manitoba's Bioscience Company of the Year. This award celebrates a company that has distinguished itself in the past year through leadership, significant achievement, and paving the road toward future wealth and job creation in Manitoba. This year's winner of the Bioscience Company of the Year award is none other than Precision Adm. Founded in 2014, Precision Adm is a global engineering firm that uses metal additive manufacturing, otherwise known as 3D printing, along with multi-axis machining to manufacture devices for the medical, aerospace, energy, and industrial sectors. Early in the pandemic last year, Precision Adm realized that there was an urgent need for PPE and medical testing devices. They saw an opportunity to help fight the pandemic. They pivoted and immediately began work on designing CanSwab, 3D printed nasopharyngeal swabs. After quickly prototyping, testing, and scaling up, they received Health Canada authorization in a matter of months. During this time, they also developed Precision Air, a reusable medical-grade N95 level respirator mask designed for frontline healthcare workers. It's reliable for up to 30 uses and can be disinfected after each use. Shipments of these unique masks to Shared Health has already begun. About 1,300 staff are in the process of getting fitted for this mask, and it's anticipated they will be in use at provincial hospitals by early April. Precision Adm has also recognized the need to establish a secure domestic supply chain for disposable surgical procedure masks, and have since invested in production lines for their Virolog mask. To date, they have produced more than 2 million masks. Pivoting to address the pandemic challenges and creating a made-in-Manitoba solution to protect our community sets this company apart from the rest. Please join me in congratulating Precision Adm and welcoming their CEO, Martin Petrak, to accept the 2021 Bioscience Company of the Year award.
Hi, my name is Martin Petrak. I'm the President and CEO of Precision Adm. Precision Adm is an advanced digital manufacturing company that kind of focused on advanced manufacturing using 3D printed titanium, 3D printed metals, polymers, etc. in both medical and aerospace sectors. When the pandemic hit, we ended up having obviously a challenge because a lot of our clients' elective surgeries were closed down, so we ended up having to come up with another way of how do we use our advanced manufacturing capabilities, our engineering skill sets, our regulatory, clinical kind of background, and now try to apply it to something that maybe could help. And that's when we ended up looking at a certain product. And that certain product was nasopharyngeal swabs. And from there, we started looking at other types of products. And that's where we started developing N95 respirators. And from there, looked at where else could we help? And that's where we started developing 3-ply masks.
We have created from scratch in a very tight timeline a novel design for a reusable half-face respirator that I think is going to change the world. This place has been an unbelievable departure from any experience I've had professionally. It's been really exciting watching young engineers excel, step out of their comfort zone, and achieve monumental success in short periods of time. It's been really exciting.
We were about almost a year ago, about 20 people. Now there's 130 plus people. We kind of lose count because there's people being hired almost on a daily basis at this point. We're looking at growing as well, probably to about 200 people by the end of the year.
I heard you guys did 120,000 yesterday. That's a big number. He was very happy to bring a woman into the leadership team. He's very supportive of women in manufacturing. We have women in roles, everything from shop floor labor to accounting roles to HR role, to our director of quality and myself as the director of engineering and everything in between.
Most of those managers are all female, so we want to make sure that we have that diverse group. It's important to have that diverse group in order to be a progressive company, which Precision ADM is.
Hello, everyone. I'm Martin Petrak, co-founder and CEO of Precision ADM. To have our company chosen as the Bioscience Association of Manitoba's Company of the Year is truly an honor and a privilege. The past year has been a great challenge for many people and organizations, especially for our incredible frontline healthcare workers. And so, above all, I want to thank every one of these amazing Manitobans and Canadians who have worked so hard to keep us and our families safe during this COVID-19 pandemic. Over the past year, Precision ADM is proud to have developed new technologies to provide Manitobans and frontline workers with critical medical supplies and personal protective equipment, such as nasal test swabs, face masks, and a unique half-mask respirator. Our goal since the beginning of the pandemic was to utilize our advanced manufacturing capabilities to support a secure domestic medical supply chain. I'm proud to state that we have already delivered millions of swabs, masks, and respirators to Canadians since the pandemic began, and all were made here in Manitoba. I want to thank the entire Bioscience Association Manitoba team for this award and for your help and support during this past year, especially past President Tracy Mcconaughey and our current President, Kim Klein. BAM has been instrumental in helping us collaborate with local doctors, surgeons, nurses, and government to bring our innovative products to the healthcare workers and to grow our team from only 20 people to over 130 to meet the manufacturing demands of producing this vital equipment. We have been able to hire a diverse group of people, provide work for students, and bring value to our community. I want to thank the province of Manitoba and the federal government of Canada for believing in our Made in Canada solutions. Over the past year, we have been able to develop multiple innovative products with Health Canada interim authorizations that are now being shipped every week to Canadians. There's still much work to be done, but thanks to our leaders who trusted in our team to deliver these products, we are well poised to continue innovating and benefiting to all Canadians. We owe a debt of gratitude to Shared Health and the Winnipeg Regional Health Authority for their support and feedback. Precision ADM worked closely with Shared Health and WHO to create a unique, reusable N95 level respirator that is safer, better, and more cost-effective than masks, and they are greatly will reduce environmental waste. I wanted to thank and acknowledge the Orthopedic Innovation Center. Through recent support from Manitoba and Western Economic Diversification, we're able to develop PPE testing capabilities here in Winnipeg. Their help was crucial in our ability to test and collect the necessary regulatory data for our Health Canada and CSA submissions. I want to thank our board of directors, whose leadership and assistance in pivoting our company, which specializes in advanced manufacturing, to the medical and aerospace industries, to being able to launch a new subsidiary, Precision ADM Medical. Lastly, I'd like to thank our staff. None of our accomplishments would have been possible without our talented, innovative, and hardworking team. They worked tirelessly, they faced setbacks and obstacles, and they overcame these obstacles. Our team proved that they could rise to the challenge of helping Canadians beat an invisible viral enemy. I could not be prouder of our accomplishments and of the work that we have been able to do together. Thank you again, Bioscience Association of Manitoba, for this award. It's humbling, and it'll motivate our team to continue to innovate, provide essential medical supplies to all Canadians and beyond. Thank you.
Thank you, Pamela, and congratulations to Martin and the team at Precision Adm. As you've just heard, Precision is one of the many Manitoba companies that pivoted to join the fight against COVID by doing what they do best, using their expertise and technology to manufacture personal protective equipment that is essential to the safety of our frontline workers. As we saw in the video, it is amazing what Precision was able to do in such a short period of time. I also want to say bravo for your commitment to diversity. Thank you for being such a great leader in our community. I'd like to stop right now and invite James Shellenberg. I've been told he would like to say a few words.
Yes, I'm there, yes. Larger than life because of the camera and how it works. A few words. Kim Klein joined BAM 5 years ago, and today we would like to congratulate her for 5 years of service. She joined us with an already impressive resume, and since that time, she has grown it through her training and leadership activities. When we think of Kim, we think of a smiling, hardworking, capable team member who connects all of us with opportunity on a day-by-day basis. And in the last 6 months, she was asked to step up as interim president, which she did so seamlessly. And so on behalf of the BAM members, the board, all our stakeholders, with this small award, which I believe Faye has in the background there, we thank Kim for everything she has done, and we wish you every success for the future.
Thanks.
Thank you, Kim.
Thank you. Thank you very much. 5 years has gone by fast. Thank you. I just want to say congratulations once again to all our award winners here this afternoon. It's wonderful to be here celebrating your amazing accomplishments. I would also like to acknowledge our sponsors once again and thank them for their generosity, and all of you, our members, our directors, and our special guests who took time out of your busy schedules to be here with us today. And finally, thanks to the BAM team for their incredible work in pulling this event together. Thank you, ladies. We are certainly living and working in unusual times, so I want to close by focusing on positive. We are growing as an industry and raising our profile as a national and global leader. We are stronger and more diverse than any time before, and we have many successes that we can build upon. For example, many folks are surprised to learn that with $2.4 billion in exports in 2019, medicaments are now the province's top export. And our pharmaceutical manufacturing sector has surpassed Quebec and moved into second spot in the country. That's right, we're number 2. There are just a few of the amazing milestones that we've achieved as a community, and I know there are many more to come. I look forward to working with you over the coming year and continuing to provide our members with the strong support, quality resources, and training that you have come to expect from BAM. In some ways, with the uncertainty of the pandemic and new challenges facing many of our companies and organizations, our advocacy work is more important than ever before, and we are grateful for the faith that you have put in our organization. The innovative spirit of our members and our industry will continue to help us tackle the challenges posed by COVID-19 and lead our province through the economic recovery and beyond. Thank you for joining us here today, and stay safe. Feel free, everyone, to stay online and continue networking. We're going to leave this platform open till around 6:30. Thank you again for joining us. Take care, everyone.